Uncharted was directed by Ruben Fleischer and stars Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg, and I'm very excited to give you guys my review for this movie. If you've seen it, be sure to leave a comment of what you thought about it. As well, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Now let's get into this review. In this movie, Nathan Drake is recruited by Victor Sully Sullivan to recover a fortune that was lost 500 years ago. So I never played the Uncharted game, so I had no expectations for this movie. I still don't really know how accurate it is to that source material. If any of you've played the game and seen this movie, let me know. But I just went in hoping to have a fun experience with just a fun adventure movie, and for the most part I found this movie to be a fun adventure movie. It's not a great adventure movie, it's more disposable fun, if that makes sense. It's fun while watching. You can shove popcorn into your face while watching this, but I sort of forget a lot about it soon after watching this movie. It's got some good action. The final act had probably the best action in my opinion, the most memorable for sure. It's over the top, but it was most entertaining. The rest of the action was fine, but pretty disposable like a lot of this movie. The final act, the action there, like I said, was over the top but fun. I think the over the top part sort of what made it more memorable, where you got these helicopters carrying these old pirate ships, and there was some fun action there, but like I said, over the top. Other action, just fine. There's some cool sort of hand-to-hand fight stuff in this sort of auction place earlier on in the movie. That was alright. The characters in this movie were fun. Again, kind of disposable, but fun. Tom Holland was fun as Nathan Drake, and I enjoyed Mark Wahlberg as Sully. I enjoyed those two. I enjoyed those two actors. I thought they worked well together. I don't know how accurate their characters are in this movie to their characters in the video game, but for this movie, it was alright. They, like I said, worked well together. They have some fun moments. Their performances sort of help carry this movie. And it's alright. They have moments where they're sort of on the same side. Sometimes they're not on the same side. And that was okay to a point, but there's a lot of that stuff going around, sort of going behind people's backs, even with some other characters. There's a lot of that going around where it's sort of like, okay, it's getting kind of not too interesting when they just kept doing it, but it worked for the first part of that. There are other parts of this movie that sort of felt typical for these adventure movies, like you've seen similar things done before in adventure movies, and this movie sort of just did the same thing but didn't really do anything new, which is kind of disappointing because it's been done so many times. This movie also has Antonio Banderas in this as the villain, and I really enjoy him as an actor, but I found his character in this to be just forgettable. Like, there's a lot about this movie that is entertaining while watching but forgettable afterwards, and his character is sort of the same. He's sort of I found him to be a kind of generic villain. They do something I wasn't expecting with his character, sort of at the start of the final act, I think it was. I wasn't expecting to do that. I thought they're going to do other things with his character, but his character, he was fine. A lot of this movie is a sort of fine. It's entertaining. There's a cool action sequence with Tom Holland falling out of a plane, and there's all these like cars and stuff that's falling out too. That's cool. They do have some moments where they got some twists that I didn't see coming, which was cool, but overall there's some fun action throughout. And the adventure mystery stuff, the tropes that are often in these adventure movies, sort of like what's in the Indiana Jones movies where they're trying to find something and there's all these like traps and stuff. Those, like I said, while they've been done a lot before, they were still fun for this movie. And I'll just repeat myself again, that's just sort of what this movie felt like. It's fun while watching, but it's a disposable fun. A lot of it's been done before and you sort of forget about it. The action, there's some fun stuff, but it's not the best action I've seen in an adventure movie, partly because a lot of it is CGI heavy, and even though it's fun to watch, you're like, yeah, that's definitely not real. So that sort of takes away a bit, even if it is entertaining. I'm not sure if they're going to do more movies in this franchise. I think if they do a second one, I would be curious to check it out. I hope they can maybe do a bit more with these characters and with this franchise, do something a bit better. But I think for just at least a one-off. It's fine. It's an entertaining, watchable movie that's you can put on and enjoy, but I'm not going to remember it very much. So for me, overall, Uncharted, I would give a 64%. It's alright. It was fun to watch. If you guys have seen Uncharted, let me know what you thought about it. Thank you very much for watching this video. Be sure to stay tuned for some more videos coming soon. As well, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. And until my next review, take care everybody.